I will see how they're actually telling the story, and what they will expect is just to me, yeah, right, and let me tell you what I'm doing. But no, as coaches also, you're learning that to become a great coach, you really need to start listening to the other person, because only by listening and understanding what struggle the other person have, that's what you understand how that person gonna become where he wants to go. It's not your life, it's their lives. So what I would start with the way they think, and I would say, okay, tell me 3 times I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, and still tell me life sucks, I feel like crap, and I don't poop also. So by the way, here you go, Shakeology and Boost. But no, so that's, and I never had in the practice any supplements in the office, because I didn't want to look like a car salesman. And that's the thing, we are not trying to shove, or I didn't try to shove anything or any product to anyone in their face, because I didn't want anyone to feel this tension or the pressure that, oh, he's trying to sell me something. No, all I wanted to do is, I'm a problem solver. So how I want to solve your problem is, first I have to listen to you and explain to you how the body works, because the body is really perfect. The body knows exactly what to do, and as long as we are directing the body and we are in thoughts, positive thoughts, the body will go where we should it. So we start with the way we think, and then we start with the way we eat. And you are what you eat, right? But you are what you digest, you are what you assimilate, and you are what you eliminate. So that's basically what we have. That's what we have. Hydrate, we have the greens, we have everything that Shakeology doesn't sit with some people. So okay, so they're sensitive for dairy, okay, we have vegan. And then someone have gut issues, okay? So we have the greens and we have the boost. So we got to a solution that anyone that have any types of issues, again, doesn't have to go anywhere else, and especially I don't want to mention any stores, say, hey, what would I get here, what would I get there, and get all confused, leave the store with $300, and it will sit on the shelf and wonder what to do with it. So the system is really easy. What I was saying to Carl is that there's so much stuff out there, and really so much crap out there, that you just don't know what you're getting. And that's one thing that I want you to think and pay attention to what I'm saying. The number one thing that your body will be affected is by toxins and by artificial colors and artificial sweeteners. If you just take those 3 out, you're going to start seeing the difference between, let's say, Beachbody Performance line next to other products. And you can eat as great as you want. And I was saying that our soil, our dirt, soil, yes, it's not the same as it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. So we have so much GMO foods, we have so much toxins that food become very expensive, or even the nutrients in the foods doesn't have what we actually need for our body to heal and recover. I'm not even talking about exercise, I'm talking about in general, because if our sleep disturbed, and that's why we have the recharge, if our sleep disturbed, then you wake up during the night, and you know what I'm talking about? Either you cannot fall asleep, or you cannot stay asleep, or you go to the bathroom 3-4 times, and then you wake up grouchy, and your whole day is messed up, and it's become like a chain reaction. And that's how you become more toxic, and more toxic, more toxic, and then you decided that you're going to go and, again, maybe go work out, but you're too tired to work out, so you become wired and tired. And once you get to the point that you're wired and tired, then, oh, excuses come in. And then you hear someone say, no excuses. I'm like, but I'm really tired. Well, I don't want to hear it. This is not negotiable.
We kind of had a joke backstage. Every time you were doing
every time Carl said non-negotiable, I did a push-up. He said it 50 more times like he's the east size.
So it's a thing now, you guys.
You're non-negotiable, you have to drop wherever you are and do a push-up. If it comes out of Carl's mouth, you have to drop and do a push-up.
I'm gonna go up to the captain's bridge. Non-negotiable.
Summit, 5,000 people push up.
All right.
Okay, so my point is, never tell a story without a point, and never tell a point without a story, right? So my point is that first you have to listen to your body. Second, you have to understand that supplements, there's a reason why we call it supplements, because they're supplementing what the body is missing. And each body is different, not one size fits all. So that's why we have different regimens and different ways of formula to, okay, I'm in level 1, level 2, level 3, or I'm doing this program for 30 minutes or an hour, and this is what I need. But the main thing is to start, again, with saying, what is it that my body is needing, and how can I get more and better of it, because average sucks, right? Who wants to be average? But again, we have life's coming at us, and like Carl said, some people are just cruising in life or parking in life, and they don't know what to do. So the first thing that you say, buy these supplements. No, I'm just kidding. You don't say that. You say, you ask someone how you feel, how you doing, and what I said today. How are you guys doing? I am what? That's right, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be, I don't want to be stressed and blessed. You can be stressed and blessed at the same time. So we under a lot of stress, and the more stressed you are, it will show in your belly fat, because your cortisol, that stress hormone, is going to rise up, and then blood sugar, and then you start seeing the belly right here. And I'm doing all these programs. I'm doing 3 workouts a day. And I'm taking all this stuff, and I'm not seeing results, and how come she is? And I don't like her now, because she's looking good. And exactly, so it's very simple. Don't make it complicated. When you start making complicated things, that's when things go south. And that's why we have everything as far as ingredient, the best ingredients, but then when you start comparing it to something else, you're like, oh, this thing has way more of that and more than this. More is not better. And like I said, if you see artificial sweeteners or artificial colors, those are the main things that your body will completely destroy, and very fast. So take out what you know and put in what you know. Same thing, what's best for your body. And when you start loving yourself and talking with yourself positive, that's when changes happen. And then you don't really have to tell anyone else, hey, you want to get 22, 21, 30, how many minutes you work out?
Whatever you want. Just keep talking.
I was told not to stop, no matter what. Don't stop talking.
Non-negotiable.
What was it? Slap what?
The slap, right? That's the sweat like a pig.
Slap like a pig. Sagi, what? Don't do this.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So basically,
No, we got
Tony next.
Tony. Getting back to the question too.
The question.
It was good.
I was telling a story.
It was a good story. It was good and valuable information. But you've been at this with celebrity trainers or celebrities, and which big egos. Not easy to get them to be empowered to follow directions. They're used to saying, no, I don't want to do it, and then not getting the results. How do you get people who aren't used to being told what to do or being directed in toward a goal? How do you get them there?
He called me.
I said, you too?
Hi, everybody. This is the most pivotal question of all, because I'm sure everybody in this room has had struggles with, sustaining and maintaining their health and wellness. Raise your hand if that's true. Yay. So, the idea here is try to solve it. I mean, that's the reason why I wrote a book about it, because I wrote that book for me. Those 11 laws in that book were things that I was struggling with. My first client ever was Tom Petty. And I show up to a guy who's just, finished smoking a pack of cigarettes and doing a line of blow, and I go, let's do some exercise, And so there was a juxtaposition there between those behaviors. And the funny thing is, I started training him again for the first time in 15 years only a couple of days ago, so it was good to see Tom. So we'll be fit as a fiddle for that tour coming up. But
Was the blow good?
yeah, no, he's vaping now, so heroin vaping, but whatever.
It's GMO free and organic, so it's fun.
I hope this goes on the internet for Tom to see. Tom, it's a joke. I love you, man.
You're fired.
But what it really comes down to is, there's a lot of different categories, obviously. Everybody's here at a different level, but it really comes down to 3 different groups. Group number 1 being those of you who, before you found Beachbody or fitness, were clueless. You just didn't exercise because you didn't want to, because you hated it, because it's physically uncomfortable, and you just ate whatever your parents fed you, and you passed that on to your kids, and there's that, there's that horrible, cause of the healthcare crisis. But then you get information, right? So it's really about information, and of course you add some inspiration. But I think ultimately education is most important. So a lot of times we're exercising and eating for all the wrong reasons. We're doing it for other people. We're doing it for our egos. We're doing it for waistlines and numbers on the scale and all the things that make us frustrated. But we all know that when we exercise today, we feel better today. When we don't, we don't. So, the idea is consistency. So how do you get 22 days in or more a month? And how do you find a way? And of course, Beachbody, there's no better company on this planet that gives you a different option. I mean, you got Body Beast, you got 21 Day Fix, you got Good Booty Ballet, you got, Whole El Cacano. Who owns Whole El Cacano? Raise your hand. Go on the internet today just to buy that thing, just to see. I want to watch those numbers go up. So that was a workout that Carl and I made up. This is God's honest truth. He goes, what do you want to do today? We got to shoot a workout. I go, I don't even know. So we're walking to the shoot. He goes, why don't we do like a yoga strength leg thing? I went, all right, I'll make it up as I go. Because it was a routine that I had done on my own, in my house, but we just shot that thing, and we sold 16 of them, I think, that. Paid for my dog food, but So really, ultimately, once you know what you're supposed to do, you're in category, what I call category 2, people who know better but don't necessarily decide to do it, because it's still hard, even though you're supposed to eat right, you're supposed to exercise on a regular basis, what makes you feel good everywhere. You also know that your purpose should be just about being a better mom, a better dad, a more productive human being, somebody who's no longer on that list of people who are affecting the healthcare crisis in a negative way. But the last most important category of people are, the people who just get it. They make that switch, they lost 100 pounds, they would never, maybe they cut out drinking and smoking, and they're just a happier, more productive human being, and that's ultimately what I think everybody would like. But really, it really comes down to accountability, and that's the reason why the coaching business has done so remarkably well, is because you have each other. Like if you look at 22-minute hardcore, it's accountability. In the old workouts, it was, okay, Sean's going to do 12, and Pain in the Alice is going to do, 50, because she can, and we hate her, because she's gorgeous too. What? Right? And now I'm going to do, a few myself, but now we're doing it collectively. We're doing it as a team. There's even the cadence part of it. Carl and I had a lot of conversation about the cadence. That you as 22-minute participants are involved in the process of doing the 25, and then doing the 22, and then doing the 20, depending on whatever level it is or whatever series it is, to the simple 5 or 7 exercises that appear in every workout. So, and there's accountability that way, but there's also accountability with each other. I mean, that's the reason why these challenge groups have done so remarkably well. When I work out with other people, I push a little bit harder, and I dig a little bit deeper, and I'm a little bit more consistent. And I enjoy that process of working with other people, as opposed to the traditional model, which was go to the gym, do my own thing, and wave to your friends, or hang out spotting somebody for too long, and all that kind of nonsense. So, and the other amazing thing is that Beachbody as a company has brought in-home fitness to dudes. It was basically a female-oriented thing. I'm not going to work out at home, but how many guys had, you started doing it first, and all your friends are at the gym, and they're doing, leg squats for an hour and a half, and you're doing full-body workouts and getting ripped, and then whatever, 5 or 6 months later, what's that PX90 thing you're doing? You look great, bro. Just move your damn coffee table out of the way, get some dumbbells and get busy. But Yeah, so it is. It's accountability, it's education, it's inspiration, but it's really purpose, I think, really is really the ultimate thing. Just understanding that you just have a much more interesting, powerful, fulfilling life.
Now you're talking support there, and I know that we're going to do the 22-minute hardcore group starting April 4th. So in addition to your challenge groups, we hope you do those who want to get involved with 22-minute hardcore starting April 4th through May 29th. You'll be going in there, cheering people on, supporting them, and so that's going to be a cool group. Autumn, I know you're kind of the queen of these groups. I mean, you've run, you did the December Fix, you just finished Masters Challenge with Sagi, and I sort of was lame. And but what do you see as you run these groups that is sort of the difference? Because not everybody succeeds in them. In fact, we were talking about some of the frustration that you were having with seeing some of the people not really engaging in the food of Masters Hammer and Chisel. And as a person who runs these groups, how do you go in there so that you can drive as many people toward the success that they originally intended when they go into these things?
Well, it's honestly, it's another full-time job when I do it. When I take on a challenge group, whether there's 10 people in it or 50,000, which was the December Fix, I am in there as often as I possibly can be in there trying to answer questions, because it isn't a one-size-fits-all, and every person is different, and they're all going to have different questions. And I can't, I can throw up a video and be like, this is what I ate today, or this is what my performance line stack is, but that doesn't tell you why it works for me. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for you, because you could be in a completely different situation than I am. So part of it is really getting in there and talking to people and finding out what is their why, what is their goal, but what also is going on in their life. Where are they at in their goals and that's in their program? Because not everybody, even when they come into that group, it's not like, hey, everybody comes in and hasn't worked out in 10 years. It's some people are coming off of insanity, some people are coming off of Body Beast, some people are now going to be coming off of 22 hardcore. Everybody's at a different level. I've got people coming off 21 Day Fix or Extreme, and they're like, oh my God, 21 Day Fix Extreme is harder than Masters Hammer and Chisel. And I was like, it's different. So the other part is educating them about, okay, now that I know what's going on with you, now let me talk to you one-on-one about what can help you get to your next goal. What will, if it's the food, let's dial it in. Like I said, we had, I don't know how many people we had in the Masters Challenge, but for the amount of people that were in it, I personally was disappointed with the results I saw in it. And I was like, why? The nutrition is the exact same as 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. And the workouts are hard. It's not 21 Day Fix Extreme hard where you get no breath, because you just get no breaks at 21 Day Fix Extreme. But these workouts are hard. I was like, what did I miss? I was like, well, we missed something. And it wasn't that we missed something, it was that the people in the group missed something. They assumed that because it was me and it was Sagi and these workouts were hard, that they didn't have to follow the nutrition to a T. And I can't tell you how many people at the end posted their results and went, I'm gonna do another round because I didn't really follow that nutrition. What? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, hello, I have these containers and they work and we've seen them. So I don't know why people went into the group thinking they didn't have to. Or
They keep their crayons in the red.
Right. But same thing, I'd have people going, oh, I did that first workout, and by the way, Autumn, chisel stability is so hard I couldn't walk for 2 days. Vanilla recover anybody? We have something to help you with that. And again, it's not to shove it down your throat, but it's if you're going into something called the Masters Challenge, where Carl describes it as chiseling your masterpiece, your body, you might need something other than just your broccoli and your chicken to help you get to the next level. I get people commenting all the time, well, that person looked really good going in. Why are you, what do you think they had? And I'm like, I'm not saying they had anything to change. But if somebody's coming in and they want to take their body to the next level, you have to do something that's next level. So if you're already eating out of the container system, what's next? Are you drinking your Shakeology? Are you drinking it every day? Are you using supplements? Which ones are you using? Are you using the GNC crap full of toxins and food dyes and artificial flavoring? Or are you using something that has been researched? And yes, it might be a little bit more expensive, but there's a reason for it, that it's going to help you. Again, when I recommend the performance line to people, I don't just go in and be like, oh, you're doing the Masters Hammer and Chisel, you need X, Y, and Z. Because X, Y, and Z might work for me, but it might not work for you. Like a guy trying to put on muscle needs creatine. I'm not going anywhere near that stuff. I'm a girl. I'm not trying to be like. So it's knowing the product. It's knowing what can help somebody next. You guys are coaches. It's knowing what the program is. It's knowing what their goals are, and it's really talking and listening. And I'm gonna take 2 more seconds to tell one more short story. If you don't listen, here's why. I just went through 6 months of hell. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I saw every specialist there was in California. I was losing weight. I was having a multitude of issues, including anxiety, depression, insomnia, mood swings like nobody's business. Could not figure out what was wrong with me. If you look at me, and this is what every specialist I saw said, nothing's wrong with you. You're the epitome of health. It's in your head. I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I know what my body feels like. This is not in my head. Something is wrong. I had to go do my own research. And I finally, after 7 months of asking questions, went to a holistic doctor and I said, I think I have candida. Can we check me out? Oh, guess what? 1 blood test later, I have candida. It's an overgrowth of bad bacteria in your stomach from too many antibiotics. I'm prone to bronchitis when I get stressed out. Great, I can fix it by changing my nutrition a little bit. So sometimes you have to really listen to what somebody is telling you because there's an answer. There's an answer if you hear them instead of just going, oh, well, you're doing the workouts and you're using the container, so you should be fine, just stick with the plan. Something's missing, you have to listen.
Cool. So we made a promise it's going to be like that 12:30 would be the out, so we're going to do just a rapid round and then let everybody go get their giant straws.
What's the giant straw? I missed this.
It's a thing. And like,
No, Joel. I got you. Don't worry.
Marisa, giant straw, Joel, stat. So I am a 365er and proud of it. Today's day 73. It's not easy, but I got a whole thing, a whole setup. Like Kelly, who does such a great job with our events. Like I was on my way over here, and she's like, you know, what do you need? Do you need Cabernet? Do you need beer? And I was like, oh, Red Bull and vodka should be fine. And then so she took me literally, so there's Red Bull and vodka. I cleared all that stuff out, and I have all my boosts, and I got my shake, and I got my coconut oil, and my almond butter. I got like my whole setup on my Shakeology bar. So that's the one thing that I do every single day. So I'm not saying that that doesn't need to be for everybody. So, but that's the one thing that I do that I know I'm taking care of myself every single day. So the speed round here is one thing that you do. It doesn't have to be supplements, doesn't have to be fitness, can be whatever, that you do as a touchstone every day to help you feel like you're doing something healthy or good for yourself, to be the best version of you. A little personal insight, okay? But kind of keep it brief, you know who I'm talking to. All right, all right. So we'll start with you and go that way.
So no stories. I eat clean every day. I try not to touch processed food.
Good, thanks.
That was fast. I can't do that. Can I do it in a minute? I cut out alcohol a long time ago. Just calories. I'm act like an idiot when I do, and I wake up with a headache. I don't get it, but that's just me. I'm not telling everybody has to do that. So if you like the long straws, go crazy. But for me, on the stuff, I was one of the original performance formula guinea pigs, and I am hooked, man, all the way. That nighttime formula. Write this down. Frozen blueberries. You want that one? Frozen blueberries, raw cashews, 4 ice cubes, non-sweet almond milk. And that nighttime recharge, boom, right in there. It tastes like black raspberry ice cream. It's money, man. I just wait for night. Sean, what time is it? It's 2 p.m. Damn it. Come on, night.
You physically, you did experience something physically when you committed to the performance line.
Absolutely, man. Like the energize at the beginning of a workout. Like today, I'm doing plyo at 1:30 in the gym. Come join me. I've got a few joining me, but without that, baby, ain't gonna happen. At the office, they call it the enabler, which is it just helps you change gears when because you know the time change, and I had to get up and do a workout early this morning, and the boosts. You know, at first like, oh, we're adding more stuff. Forget it, man. That digestive formula on the boat, like. butter every day. Money. And the greens boost. I love the greens boost, man. I'll double up, like, you know, boom, boom. Because I can't get enough green. I put chloroxygen in there. I put, you know, I'll put kale powder in there. I'll put kale in there. And then the greens boost. So it's crazy when you're like, what color is that thing? It comes out same color. Just saying.
All right, thanks, Tony. Highlights from the cruise. Okay. Sagini, what's one thing you do every day to take better care of yourself, or to feel that you took
got
care
the
of
poop
yourself?
talk. The poop talk started, so I had to.
No, it's okay. We can talk about poop all day. One thing that I do to take care of myself. Oh, you got my attention now. Cool. I'll be very quick. Actually, one thing that is every day is my rituals. I wake up, I say thank you, I say my prayers, and then I set up myself for success when it comes with the products. I have my morning, my pre-workout, doing workout, post-workout, and nighttime. Very simple, my foods. How you keep a healthy lifestyle? Healthy lifestyle, that's all I know. 27 years of lifting and bodybuilding, or just in the fitness industry, that's all I know. I don't drink or I don't smoke. Not because someone else told me not to, it's just not something that in my life. So it's stay positive and always make sure that I'm helping someone else.
Cool, so I am a new mom. And I'm gonna keep it real, you guys. I am exhausted all the time. And I'm lucky, this guy at Ganestro, I'm lucky if I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Like, lucky. So, and you can't have a lot of caffeine when you're breastfeeding. So, I just really try to stay hydrated and eat clean. That's, for me, what I do, especially for my baby. He comes first. So, that really makes me feel good that I'm doing something great for him and putting him first. But yeah, I'm totally exhausted. But I love it every second.
All right, Joel, take us
And
out.
I love being the uncle because I can say here and I go sleep. So it's actually, it's great. Yeah, for me, it is honestly, the past few months had the performance line. I've become the biggest proponent of it just because from my world of fitness industry, I was the GNC guy. Going there at Gold's Gym, and we always, you know, it was all about supplementation, so we sell whatever was on the shelf. And so I tried everything that has been out there, supplements, pills, powders, we tried it. And to see what it's done for me in just 2 months, and as hard as we've been going for the past several months, and to wake up the next morning feeling better than you did the day before, when that night when you could barely crawl into bed because you're so tired and sore, it is phenomenal. And the recover is like Tony, that's become my favorite. I'll give you guys my recipe if you want it. It tastes like a chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup. Yeah, see, I said chocolate, so that's
That was key, yeah.
There you go. Almond milk, right? PB2, the chocolate PB2. 2 ice cubes, recover, done. There you go.
So, you know, just one last thing, just on behalf of everybody here, I do want to say it is not easy to be a super trainer because you're sort of like, you know, we were talking yesterday, you know, it's like, I don't mean to bother you while you're eating, but can I get a photo? No, I'm eating and you're bothering me.
I did not say
You
that.
didn't say that. No, I said that. No, I said that. This is the life of a super trainer, so you're sort of, you know, you guys are the focus. Everybody wants to see you and be a part of what you're doing and get a photo with you, and I think you guys handle it with class and elegance and grace, and we're all grateful for it. You're really fantastic. We got really lucky. We got really lucky. There are trainers who, because of Southern California and Hollywood and all that, there are trainers around who could be considered famous trainers who are such absolute jerks. And then we get to work with you guys and it's like, how did we get this lucky? So, super grateful and thanks for all your work.
Thank you.
Well, I know some of the folks have a photo op today. I think some of us are doing a photo thing. So thank you all for coming today. Looking forward to